What if your only limit is you? Hey Taoists, like and subscribe, thanks. Today we're diving into chapter 4 of the Dao De Jing. It's elusive but incredibly grounding. You know the deal, let's dive in. The Tao is like an empty container. It can never be emptied and can never be filled. Infinitely deep, it is the source of all things. It dulls the sharp, unties the knotted, shades the lighted, and unites all creation with dust. It is hidden but always present. I do not know who gave birth to it. It is older than the concept of God. Now there's a lot going on here, and honestly a lot going on in our lives too. But what we are reminded of in this chapter is that experience itself has the capacity to transform and shift so effortlessly, we have to remain like the uncarved block, open, adaptable, and unburdened by fixed forms. The Tao is described as an empty container because emptiness is what gives it room to receive. It can hold anything, just like you. But it can never be filled because it is inexhaustible. Creation, destruction, rebirth, it holds the power for all of it. And so do you. You come from the same source. You carry within you the ability to build up and break down, to reflect, to begin again, to reshape yourself in any direction. To explore the void is to begin discovering the boundless terrain of your own being. You've probably heard the phrase, the sky is the limit. But the truth is, you are the limit, or the lack of it. The Tao teaches us that the source of all possibility is truly endless. The old saying, where there's a will, there's a way, is more than motivational fluff. It's a reminder that you have the power to become the source of transformation. That's why the Tao can dull the sharp, untie the knotted, and shade the lighted. It's not just reacting, it's the origin of every transformation. In that spirit, I'm reminded of another favorite quote. We are all stardust. Yes, we are dust, but also origin, essence, pattern, possibility. The Tao returns all things to dust, not in despair, but in unity. So do not waste your time trying to be better or worrying about feeling lesser. You simply are. You are part of the pattern. You already belong. And that is how vast your possibilities really are. The Tao is everywhere, and yet nowhere you can point to it. Everything that is and was came from it. And you, when you start to act effortlessly, you too become hidden and always present. Your presence becomes fluid, non-coercive, and full of quiet power. You will begin to uncover new ways of seeing about yourself, about your family, about the world. You'll begin imagining what it means to build or destroy, to begin or to end. But more than that, you'll start to transcend those categories. You'll start living beyond boundaries. Because to realize the emptiness of the Tao is to finally begin grasping the fullness it holds. And the fullness you hold. No one can see your full potential. Not fully. But you can. In today's world, it can feel exhausting. You scroll, you compare, and you wonder why you're not as happy or shiny or successful as someone else. But that's part of the illusion. You have to stop and ask, what does happy even mean to me? Because you might be the only barrier between yourself and your own peace. The limits you experience may be the ones you've allowed, or worse, the ones you keep feeding. No one knows who created the Tao. It always was. But even when it was not, it already carried the potential to be, just like you. You are of the source. Do not forget that. And stop being your own limit. So how can you apply this in your daily life? Make this useful to you. You can start noticing the stories you tell yourself that begin with, I can't, I'm not, or that's just how I am. Pause, breathe, and ask yourself, is this the shape I chose or one I inherited? Then, choose emptiness. Choose curiosity. Let go of being sharp, of being knotted, or overexposed. Be quiet. Be undefined. Be ready. You do not have to force a new version of yourself. You just have to stop reinforcing the limits. Thanks again for joining me for Chapter 4 and all the side quests we took along the way. Your support means the world to me, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.